They keep letting them folk cook, man. We gonna come up with $1 million, man, for real. Woo. Hey, it's down. This shit right here, that's leave your crook. Chop open, let's cook. I got the sound.
So on this episode of Scam Fish, this young lady thinks she's in a relationship with the Johnny Depp. If you ain't crazy, I don't know what crazy is. Cause he helped kill again and get off the island. Let's get to it, my bad.
He had said something to me in the Jack Sparrow mode. You know, one of Johnny Depp's lines that I knew of, he saw something in me that I already knew existed. He said, "Do you want to have sex?" with a question mark. No, I don't think you're real. You know, this is a joke. This isn't right, you know.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Scamfish presented by socialcatfish.com.
And the next thing I know, I got this picture sent to me with me in the frame, and he's holding the picture. And I'm like, what the heck? How did
Come
you do
on,
that?
man.
You know, I'm like, how did that happen that quick?
Come
My
on.
heart, this is Johnny Depp. This has gotta be.
On this episode, we speak to a 59-year-old woman named Angela. She believes she's in an online relationship with a famous actor that I'm sure all of you know. His name is Johnny Depp. The two connected through the app Discord and have been in contact for about a year now. Angela has come to us to find out the truth about this person she's been speaking to after sending thousands of dollars to buy an NFT. She's tired of her relationship remaining through text messages and wants to meet the real Johnny Depp in person. Let's see what we can dig up and...
What part of your mind allows you to believe, after not even seeing a person, you could be in a relationship with somebody rich, but you sending them money?
Hopefully, we can give her some answers. Real quick, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your comment and like could help stop someone from being scammed. Let's get into it. All right, so we're gonna call Angela today, Brienne,
All right.
and she thinks she's talking to Johnny Depp.
Angela, it's really nice meeting you.
It's nice meeting you also.
Where are you at today with Johnny Depp?
Still talking to him.
Angela is a longtime fan of Johnny Depp. She was scrolling through his website and found his Discord channel. This is Johnny Depp's official Discord. But was this the real Johnny Depp she was speaking to? So tell me about the first time you met Johnny Depp. Did he reach out to you or did you reach out to him?
I was never really a fan of his. I was more like an admirer. This all started around the time when he was coming out with the NFTs. He had said something to me in the Jack Sparrow mode. You know, one of Johnny Depp's lines that I knew of from the Pirates of the Caribbean, something like that. You know, he was talking in that voice. He was drunk that night. I believe he said, "Do you want to have sex?" with a question mark. I mean, I fought him hard a few times, like,
Because he was just on you.
I think you're real. You know, this is a joke. This isn't right, you know.
When Johnny reached out to Angela, she couldn't believe it was actually him. The two chatted for hours about Johnny's NFTs and his art pieces. She fell in love with this specific NFT. It was a portrait that Johnny Depp painted of another actor named Marlon Brando.
I thought it would be a really great idea to get an NFT from him to purchase one and donate it to Mount Sinai Hospital here in the name of bone research. Because I have had so many surgeries and my neck is all built. It's not mine.
Angela has
Strong woman. Strong woman.
long life struggles with bone disease. She dreamt of giving back to the hospital that has helped her throughout the years. Donating the NFT to the hospital was a gift and a way of her showing her appreciation to the doctors that reconstructed her neck. Johnny requested a payment of $6,000 for the rights and ownership to his NFT.
You know, there's business in there, but I think there's some emotion in there as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a child, you know. I'm a 60-year-old woman. You know, whether I look it or not, that doesn't matter to me. But I'm not a child. So you can see I've been at this for quite some time. Actually, it'll be 9 months for coming up on.
Through the chats, Angela began to fall for Johnny Depp. They talked all day and all night.
And are you in love with him?
At this point, I'm not sure. I think I'm just along for the ride until I can get this sewn up so people can really see what's going on. And you know,
I don't trust you,
at
Johnny.
this point, I don't know if I am or if I'm not. I have a deep, very deep admiration for him.
So, Angela, you know, you mentioned that you've been talking to him for quite some time. What's the reason why he's not able to connect with you in person?
I don't know. Do you?
She don't know. But we all know. Why? 'Cause it ain't him, child.
I don't know because I haven't asked him. You know, like there are certain times I'll ask certain questions to him and he'll answer them. He'll answer them or not, you know, or he'll get mad at me or not.
Deep down inside, do you think that you're truly talking to Johnny Depp?
I'm not sure. So, you know, there's a
Why
lot
would you
of strange
even-
things I've seen.
I want to be with Rihanna, right? I want to be with Beyonce. I want to be with all of these beautiful, famous women. And Johnny Depp is on that level of superstardom. Why would he choose you to talk to you, Angela?
Maybe because, I don't know. I like to think at one degree he saw something in me that I already knew existed. Because he asked me questions. You got to remember, this is conversations. Now we're going towards the beginning. Like, you know, what could I do? What could I do? Like, you know, do I know how to sing? Do I know how to dance? Do I, you know, do any of those things? Part of me was thinking, maybe he's tired of Hollywood. Maybe he just wants to become a musician or something. Because the way he was talking sounded mostly like that. I don't want to be in the light anymore, and I don't want...
How it sound mostly like him if you ain't never met him? How would you know? Movies where he's acting, playing a part, playing another person, maybe. He was Edward Scissorhands at one point. You still...
you know, he was talking like small deals, you know, and I was paying attention to that. We've even gotten to the point where he said, well, maybe you could manage me. And I'm like, how the heck would I know where to start to do something like that? Don't know. I mean, that's the kind of depth conversations that we've had, in depth. Even talked about having another baby or getting a surrogate.
What are some reasons that lead you to believe that you are talking to Johnny Depp?
He had
Crack.
sent me a clip before the album came out, was of Hedy Lamarr. through the chat so I could listen to the song. And that was before the album came out.
Do you guys talk on the phone?
We don't talk like the way we're talking right now. No.
Wonder why,
He
Jody.
swears I'm gonna get a video.
I didn't call her Jody. Jody made me so mad on that last video I did. I didn't call her Jody. At least she had got scammed by a random person. She thinks she talking to Johnny Depp.
Him, but I don't know when that's gonna happen. I mean, last month I sent this man $930.
Even after sending thousands of dollars, Angela still hasn't received the money.
Nowadays, I ask a woman for $5. I'd probably get left on red.
Brando NFT.
In truth and all, I keep asking, where's my NFT? Don't I deserve that? Because I paid so much money into this already. He says, why do you keep talking about the NFT? And I'm like, well, because that's why I basically came in here, was to obtain the Marlon Brando NFT. That was my initial reason, and that still has always been my reason. And I guess I'm still waiting on that.
So, Angela, about how much money would you say has been sent to Johnny Depp?
God, if I really get into this, it has to be well over $6 grand. Well over. Because I've torn my jewelry, all my jewelry. Then, you know, went to my bank account. Everything I had.
Angela was giving portions of her paycheck to Johnny Depp for months. He claimed he needed the money in order to get her some special passport so they can meet in person. But she wasn't just sending money to...
Whoever getting that money eating good, I'm probably tired. They probably ain't even got to go to work. 401k, none of that.
Depp. She was also receiving it from him. She accepted checks and PayPals on behalf of Johnny Depp. He claimed these were his friends. She even moved money for him out of her personal checking account into his Bitcoin wallet.
At this point, he's like, oh, well, you can keep your paychecks. He was asking everything of me.
So why would a millionaire, multi-millionaire...
He had me running to, find a Bitcoin machine or something, and he would have me on these long, runs places, taking cabs back and forth, and all this other stuff I was doing.
Were you receiving funds on his behalf and you were putting it into a Bitcoin machine, or were you taking money yourself from your own account?
I remember this all correctly. It started with us talking, and then somehow me getting a check sent to my house for $3,000 or something. I was with TD Bank, got kicked out of TD Bank, went into Bank of America, got kicked out of there.
So it wasn't a red flag after the first bank?
Were you kicked out?
They didn't want me in the banks anymore.
And then how did you send the money the last time Johnny had asked you to send money? About, I think you mentioned a month ago?
I'll just say for right now that it was sent out. And I don't want to tell you how, because
it's wrong.
Illegal.
And so, okay, so back when you received the check, was it signed from Johnny or was it signed from someone else?
I can't remember, to be honest.
So you're accepting money from different people?
I don't know. I know that in the PayPal app, he put $800 and something in there, and then he sent it to other people. There was a point he sent money to my PayPal account, or 3 iPhones.
You could tell Angela wasn't telling us everything. She knew something wasn't right with the money she received from Johnny Depp, yet it seemed he always had some way of convincing her that he was in fact the real Johnny Depp.
Can you give me some backstory on the photo of him holding the photo of you?
Part was very weird for me because we were on the Discord app, and he said to me, if you ever tell anybody of the way that he does things, his way of doing things, if I ever told anybody, I'd get in trouble. And the next thing I know, I got this picture sent to me with me in the frame, and he's holding the picture. And I'm like, what the heck? How did he do that? You know, I'm like, how did that
She's
happen that
just
quick?
delusional. Just look at that. Just look at it.
What is the outcome that you wish out of the relationship that you have with Johnny? What do you want out of this?
The NFT out of this that was promised to me in the beginning for the hospital. He promised me that he would sign my hat that I had, and we would go together to Mount Sinai to present that. That was like my biggest thing. I wanted to do the NFT. If we were to present it together, that would even be better. If not, fine.
We'll take everything that you sent us, and then we'll start to look into it, and then we'll give you a call back, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Angela. Nice meeting you.
Sounds good.
Well, Seekers, I'd say we had quite the task ahead of us. We knew we needed to break down every piece of information to get through to Angela. So many red flags in this story. The only way to stop this scam was to come to her with all of the facts.
So this week's case, she thinks she's talking to Johnny Depp. It's been going on for over 9 months. I think you guys chatted with her last week.
Angela had mentioned there were some reasons why she felt like she was talking to the real Johnny Depp. He sold her an NFT. And then also she had mentioned Johnny was holding up a picture frame with her picture inside of it, and she felt like the fact that he sent that to her very quickly, that it had to be a real picture.
She truly, I'm sorry, but like she really thought that that was a real picture.
I actually found the real image here. It's on a psychology blog. There's a man here holding up a Trailblazer sign. Definitely photoshopped. We also believe that his tattoos on his hands are photoshopped as well, because we have the real images of his tattoos and they don't match the ones in the picture.
Well, I find it interesting because she said she knows Johnny so well that she's memorized his tattoos.
The face that they used is literally the poster board image used for his trial.
We gotta help her out. As clear as it is to us that this is not what's really going on, she truly believes it for some reason, whether it's cognitive bias or whatever. So we gotta put all the deets together and really try to convince her.
Yeah.
What's deep?
Details. Details. These details. That's my wife busting my balls all the time. About 34 times a day this shit happens.
After a few days of digging, we finally felt that we had enough information to sit down with Angela. But things got a little confrontational.
Yes, I'm a little offended about what he said, because that's not altogether the story. You're not getting it all right.
Yeah, I don't agree. I'm sorry. I don't agree. I am sorry. I am sorry that
I
this
had some
happened to
business
you,
happen.
Angela.
Make sure you stick around until the end to hear how Angela...
What I miss?
If you've made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. We appreciate you so much.
How's your day so far?
Oh, it's just been such an emotional roller coaster lately. This whole thing going on for like 9 months. I'm hoping that whatever it is that you have to say
9
to
months
me,
is crazy.
I hope that you people did your research well.
So what is your heart telling you? What deep down inside?
In my heart, this is Johnny Depp. This has got to be. You know, you had asked me, Brianne, what would I do if I actually met him or something? You know, I think I would say thank you. And can I have my NFT now so I could bring it to the hospital?
Brianne has a lot of information on the NFT specifically. So I'll let her hop into that.
Please, thank you. I would appreciate it.
So you had sent over an image that was from Johnny Depp, and this was a piece of art, and he stated to you that this was an NFT, and then you've been under the impression that you have been sending funds over for this NFT, correct?
Yes. I mean, if anything, that's what I thought was for sure.
Is that Barack Obama? Or a slave trade?
So we used our reverse image search tools to confirm this art, and what we had found was that it truly is a piece of art from Johnny Depp. And we also looked through a website that showcases his art, and what we had found was these are pieces of his collection that are not associated with the NFT. We were not able to find any information to support that this piece of art was actually ever used as an NFT.
Wow.
So if you go on his website, he does have a section where he sells the NFTs, but he also has artwork.
From what you're telling me, you're saying that this piece never made it into the, I guess, the selling ground. So I really don't know what to say to that, because that was the one that we talked about.
Yeah, so actually the original piece of art doesn't have the purple background.
This Marlon Brando portrait was a piece of art that Johnny Depp worked on, but it was not an NFT. The person who sent this to Angela stole this from Johnny Depp's art gallery and just switched out the background. Johnny Depp's NFT art designs are also a completely different style from his hand paintings. And we also didn't find any indication of this specific painting being for sale anywhere on the internet.
We'd like to jump into the image that you had sent over to us. How long had you been talking to Johnny before he had sent this image to you?
2 months around, I would say.
So we're gonna look at this image verification here. We've
If you
got
can't
Johnny
tell.
on one side. This is the actual match from the image you had sent us. So we found where this image came from. This has been photoshopped. We have Johnny's face on another person's body.
Wow. Huh?
Right?
People are good. People are good. Let me tell you.
We looked into the tattoos placed on his arms. Some of the tattoos don't match where they need to be. And then he's also missing one here on his right hand. I think he has a bird here. The other tattoo, it's like an oval shaped tattoo that they placed here. That's actually on the wrong arm. It should be over here on this other arm. So we provided links to show you what his tattoos look like and where they should be placed.
Most of them I know by heart at this point. Yeah, by heart.
You mentioning that you know his tattoos by heart. Did you notice anything funny about this?
Well, I can guess because I've done graphic art myself. So it's very easy. Yeah, I could see that. Sure I can. One point I did a...
You did graphic arts. Months later, now you see it.
a banner for 9/11. You know that? And I took a picture of New York and I put it in the background. And then I graphically did the rest of the art on top of it. So I know that it can be done. And I know that it can be done. It's not that it can't be done.
Or you already knew where the placement of Johnny Depp's tattoos were. You have a background in graphic design. What do you think was stopping you from seeing that this was a fake photo?
For the head being on the body, I didn't even figure that that was photoshopped. The only thing that I started to look at was the edges of where my picture was, that I could see that, oh wait, this looks like somebody put something on top, or, you know, there's something underneath it. And knowing his tats, like what's on the screen there, you know, knowing on the fingers and the thing and oh man, you know, it's like it just, but it really just blows the mind.
Donating the NFT to the hospital was so important to Angela, she blocked out all of the red flags. After revealing the truth, it became obvious to her. What do you think the reason Angela couldn't see all of the signs? Let us know in the comment section below.
They, you know, after researching all of this information, verifying everything for you, we can say without a doubt that you are not talking to the real Johnny Depp.
But in a way, I wish that Johnny would see this so that he would know that one of his fans, or one of the people that admired him, really got hurt by this. You know, really got hurt by this.
It's unfortunate though, because there's not much he can do. You know, he on the flip side, he's a victim as well. You know, there's nothing that he can do to keep from people stealing his images and creating fake relationships.
That's horrible.
I can only imagine how many people reach out to him on a daily telling him that, hey, look, I was scammed by your images. I was scammed by someone who reached out to me. I mean, this guy's probably been bombarded on a weekly basis.
Imagine, I mean, like within myself, if I was a celebrity and that was going on, I don't know. I kind of have a different outlook on that.
She getting mad like the real one scammed her? Or am I missing something?
Myself, like I would see myself fighting all of that as hard as I could to keep my name well, you know, well within the right. Because that's a horrible thing to do to somebody. Mm-hmm. You know, on either end of it, whether it's forward, you know, his end, or backwards, my end, whichever you want to call it. That part of it is really, really, that's hard. But I know if it was me, I would be fighting like a banshee out of hell to make sure that nobody was, you know, doing that to somebody. You know, that would be me. But that's just me.
And to Johnny's defense, I think that's what he's tried to do here. You know, he has this message. He says, hey, look, guys, here are my
working hard enough. Half of these cases that they should. And that's how I feel about it. Because for someone to get to me like that, you know, I mean, I know I'm not stupid. That much I know. But for somebody to get to me like that, that's like, you know, like I said, if it was me, I'd have a whole team behind me of people that were just there for that reason, to protect my rights, my copyrighted stuff, all my stuff.
Well, if Johnny could hear you and know your story, what do you think he could do to help you?
Okay, well, if he ever sees it, I would say, Johnny, as a person who has admired your work, enjoyed your music, enjoyed your art, there were so many of us out there that are getting hit by these scammers, and, you know, I think you need to beef up your legal team and somehow try to do right by the people that were hurt by these.
What do him doing right by the people that was hurt got to do with him? You got scammed, baby. By somebody that don't even know him or you.
By these other people claiming to be you. It's not just like a punch in the face, you know. It hurts. And I would suggest that he be stronger in that area of his life to make sure that he beefs up his legal team. I'm sorry isn't gonna cut it.
He didn't
I'm sorry is not gonna cut it. I believe where I started is where I should finish. And he should donate the NFT to Mount Sinai Hospital in the name of bone research.
I feel terrible that you had to go through this.
Just like you going to buy something from Kroger's, but the building and the inside is Save-A-Lot. But Kroger's had no idea Save-A-Lot had put their logo on top of the building. They doing everything to tell y'all, hey, do not go to 99 Fifth Street store because it's not us. You go anyway. Because you aren't well. You get scammed by that store and you still want the real Kroger's to do something about it when they didn't have nothing to do with it in the first place.
With Johnny Depp, with this fake Johnny Depp, but at the same time, you have to take accountabilities for some of the things that you didn't see through this whole thing, right? The red flags that you didn't see. The mistakes that you made, Johnny Depp doesn't have to clean up those. Unfortunately, this was a, costly mistake for you, but Johnny Depp having to come in and clean up some of the stuff that you weren't able to see, I think he has bigger fish to fry, right?
Oh, I'm sure he does. But the thing is, it doesn't have to do with that. It has to do with the promise that was made.
But he didn't make the promise.
Agree. I'm sorry. I don't agree. I am sorry. I am sorry that this happened to you, though, Angela.
Yes, I'm a little offended about what he said, because that's not altogether the story. You're not getting it all right.
Yeah, I hear you that promises were made and it's extremely defeating when they're not held up, right? And so
it's not like I can't handle the defeat. That's not the problem. I just don't appreciate what your partner said in the sense of he's got bigger fish to fry. Let me tell you something. Johnny is a person who is very gentle with his fans. He's gentle with his ways, and he's very loving and kind man. So, for your partner to kind of say that in a way, that's like a little degradement, and I didn't like it. If it was me and I was a celebrity and something had happened to one of my fans, or what he calls family, not even fans, he calls them family, his family. Something like that happened, boy, I'd be there, but that's me. Mm-hmm. That's my attitude with things. I don't say something and not do. You know what I mean? If I make a promise, I keep my promise. If I can't promise you something, I won't make it even known to you. And that's right there. That's what.
But he didn't make the promise to you. A scammer did.
I mean when I say bigger fish to fry. Wait a second. These are his fans to begin with. His family, extension of his family. Okay? So by rights, the man should do what should be done.
So Angela, really quick, like I said, just to go back, I'm so sorry that this has happened to you. And I also know that we laid out a bunch of information for you. I don't agree with it, but we can agree to disagree. We're going to be here to help you repair your credit and to help you report this scam. We don't have to agree, about Johnny Depp, what Johnny Depp should do with his money and time for us to do that together. So let's just work as a team, move forward, and let's figure the rest of this out, okay?
Sure. Okay. Sounds good to me.
I think we're going to wrap it up here, okay?
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. And I appreciate all the work that you've done, and I appreciate your time and your effort and everything.
Thank you, Angela.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Hi, Chris. How you doing there?
Oh, Angela, this is David McClellan. I'm the CEO of SocialCatfish.com. How are you?
Oh, hi. I'm okay. Thank you. I'm a little numb. I just came from the dental office.
Oh, no. That's
Yeah, it's okay.
I actually have a surprise for you.
Oh, really?
Really.
Oh, wow.
So-
I hope it's some good news.
Yeah, it's good news. How passionate you were about Mount Sinai, I wanted to do something to try to help you out, right?
Oh, really?
And so
wow.
what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a donation to Mount Sinai Hospital in your name for the amount
Wow.
Yeah, for the amount of $250.
Nice. That's very nice of you. I appreciate that. I would really love to bring it home to the point where people really realize that, hey, we need to do more bone research. We need to do more fibro research. We need to do
Now this part I do agree with.
I'm going to change that amount from $250 to $1,000.
Oh my God, that is so wonderful. That is so wonderful. I'm so happy. I'm touched. I'm very, very touched.
So I do have one question. It asked me where you want to direct the gift to. So do I just put bone research?
I would put bone research. Yes, bone and fibro.
We're going to follow up with some resources for you, okay?
Sure, that would be great.
All right. I wish you the best.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Boy, y'all can pause and read that. I ain't agreeing to the end.
Thank you everyone for tuning in. Remember, all of our new videos go out every...
It's your boy Left and Cook. Go on my game inside u.art.cooked. And until then, I'm about to leave y'all.